The Panda Family's Sea Adventure. On a sunny Sunday morning, the cheerful panda family of five was enjoying a delightful breakfast on the veranda of their bamboo house. The wise father Pangu, the caring mother May, and their three adorable cubs, Bao, Lin, and little Kiki, were eating fluffy pancakes sweetened with honey and fresh bamboo shoots. Just then, Kiki, with his eyes sparkling with dreams, suddenly shouted, "I want to go to the sea! I want to see the vast water and play with the waves." This idea instantly turned the joyful atmosphere at the table into one filled with adventurous excitement. They looked at each other and Pangu smiled. What a wonderful idea! Let today be a sea adventure day. They quickly packed their picnic baskets with delicious snacks, grabbed their most colorful towels and toy buckets, and set off with joy. After a short drive, they arrived at the shore, where golden sands stretched out to meet the blue sea that merged with the sky on the horizon. The salty air and the cheerful cries of the seagulls greeted them. They spent the first hours of the day building giant sandcastles, collecting the most interesting seashells, and playfully splashing in the gentle waves that lapped at their ankles. Everything was perfect. However, towards the afternoon, a faint grayness appeared on the edge of the sky, and the wind began to shift slightly. In the afternoon, Kiki's eyes were drawn to the colorful jet skis zipping across the water like arrows. He excitedly tugged at his father's arm and pleaded, "Dad, please, can we ride one? Please, please!" Pangu had noticed the small change in the sky, but didn't want to disappoint his cub. "All right then, adventurer," he said with a smile. After putting on their life jackets securely, he rented a bright red jet ski, placing Kiki in front of him. They slowly pulled away from the shore and began to speed up. The wind caressed their fur, and salty water droplets splashed onto their faces. Kiki was laughing with pure joy. This sound had made Pangu forget the little worry inside him. Just at their most enjoyable moment, a dark wave, much larger than the others, appeared on the horizon, rising like a wall. This was no mischievous wave. It was treacherous and unexpected. Before Pangu had a chance to change direction, the massive body of water crashed into the jet ski with a loud roar. With the force of the impact, little Kiki was momentarily suspended in the air before, plop, he plunged into the foamy waters and disappeared from sight. Pangu's heart stopped for a moment. "Kiki!" he cried out. His eyes frantically scanned the surface of the water, but there was no sign of his cub. Panic gripped his throat like an icy hand. Without a moment's hesitation, he threw himself into the raging waves. The water was colder and more turbulent than he had expected. The strong current was pulling him. Visibility underwater was almost zero. A few seconds felt like an eternity. Just as he was about to lose hope, he saw the faint glimmer of Kiki's orange life jacket a little deeper in the water. He dove in that direction with all his might and grabbed onto his cub's vest. Kiki was motionless with fear. Pangu held him tightly and pushed him towards the surface. Kiki coughed and came to his senses. But the struggle wasn't over. The current was pulling them away from the jet ski. Pangu, while holding Kiki with one arm, desperately paddled with the other, trying to reach the jet ski. With one last effort, he managed to grab hold of it and pulled them both up, exhausted. When he quickly returned to the shore, he was met by the terrified faces of May, Bao, and Lin. May immediately grabbed the trembling Kiki and wrapped him in a warm towel. The whole family formed a circle around their scared but safe little cub. As Kiki sobbed in his mother's safe arms, Pangu collapsed onto the sand in exhaustion. That day, they had learned the hard way how the excitement of an adventure could turn into a nightmare with a moment of carelessness. But at the same time, they understood that even in the most terrifying storms, family love was the safest harbor. As the sun set, the sky returned to its peaceful colors. They listened to the calming sound of the waves, hugging each other, their hearts filled with a deep love, gratitude, and peace that followed the fear.